Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to the Krista Chronicles, and today we're doing a walkthrough of the new Tamara Tarot by Abaton. Now these are the same creators as ... I'm on their website now so I can read the full descriptions. The Abaton, which I do not have, but that is because when that was available, they were showing images of this that was going to be available on Kickstarter. This just felt a little more my vibe. And so I'm really excited about it. So I think let's just get into it. I have their full description up so I can make sure I get all the details correctly. But here is the beautiful box. It's a two-piece. So it's 78 tarot cards inspired by 20th century artists. It is digital collage designs, AI assisted. So, on their website it says, the Tamara Tarot is a beautiful and unique deck, perfect for anyone looking for a dreamy, feminine, and soft aesthetic. The cards are collages made with AI-generated elements, which give them a modern touch while still maintaining a classic feel. Inspired by the strong female figures in Tamara de Lempica's paintings and the characters in the books of Simone de Beauvoir and François Sagan, this deck is both empowering and inspiring. Whether you're a seasoned tarot reader or a beginner, the Tamara Tarot is sure to become a staple in your collection. So, it is 78 cards, digitally printed on high-quality German 330 GSM playing cardstock with a black core varnished for extra durability. Awesome! So let's get it. I'm really excited about this one. This is, well, I do love a vintage aesthetic. This more like 20th century time period is not something I usually get into. Thinking about my decks, usually they're much more like 19th, 18th century even, like to medieval. So, but I love the look of this one. Let's just get into it. I love the design on the bottom of the box because it matches these card backs. So here we do get a title card, beautiful, and it does come with a booklet. So we get kind of, it's like a glossy little white book. So definitely more durable than your classic little white book, but we get a little description for each of the cards, which is awesome. With some good keywords. What else do we get in here? Oh yeah, it does look like we get some spreads in here. Cool. So there's that. Let's get it. I love these backs so much. So it is a smooth finish cardstock, definitely standard tarot size. So it's got that like, where it's not shiny, but it has that kind of, oh, I don't want to use the word glossy. It's not glossy, but you know that kind of finish on it, so that it feels nice and durable. But it's definitely not shiny. All right, let's zoom ourselves in a little more. Perfect. All right, here we have the Fool. I love all these birds flying around in the background in this, like, I almost feel like it's a dove, perhaps, taking off with our character here. It gives a little bit more of an idea, too, that she's not about to just walk right off this cliff. I like that we do get the cliff in there, but it's, instead of that dog kind of holding the person back, we have this bird that seems to be, like, ready to go, along with our Fool. The Magician. I love this hand with the eyeball in the center. I like that we get the figure wearing red too. Feels reminiscent of the RWS magician, which is very cool. The High Priestess. Look, you can see here. She's got some sort of cards she's working with there. Which I always love when decks do that, when they make the High Priestess a tarot reader. I just think that's so cool. And I think it puts it, like, us using a tarot deck, I think it puts that High Priestess into some extra context that I think just would generally make sense to a lot of us. So I do really enjoy that. But we've still got our pillars here and the pomegranate. Super cool. The Empress. I love this. I love how, of the figures, the other three figures so far, she feels a little bit more antiquated, like this goddessy kind of figure. But then with this total, like, 20th century hairstyle, super cool. The Emperor, I mean, that totally gives Emperor vibes. It makes you think of, like, whatever they called, robber barons of that era, which is definitely perfect for Emperor energy. The Hierophant, I love this card. So cool. I like how you get this kind of perplexed look on her face too, because I think it brings into mind that she's got this book perhaps that maybe is this set of beliefs, but it gives this idea that she's reading this text and kind of being like, I don't know about that. Which I think is a really cool way to look at the Hierophant, of like, and with this, the key, it's sort of like unlocking this thing of we always have the right to question and to think what we think about these sort of like rules and ways of thinking. Very interesting. The lovers, I love seeing swans as lovers. That's really all I have to say about that. I just love, I love when they're put on the lovers card, because they do mate for life, which I think is so nice. I think it'd be cool to see some geese though, but I know we all have feelings about geese, or a lot of us do. However, swans are just as nasty to people. And often rightfully so. I think that's the interesting thing to me. Because, like, geese can be super mean, but, like, I don't know. I guess there's something to think of, like, alright, well, did I get close to a nest? Like, you know, there's probably a reason. But, yes. Anyway, I like the apples, too. Cool. The Chariot. I love how dynamic this chariot feels. We've got this lion leaping out of what almost looks like maybe a phone booth? I don't know, but then it's like up here we've got this plane taking off, like so much movement here. And I like this idea too that we get this tiger that, did I say lion before? I meant tiger. If I did, I don't know. The wildness of the tiger versus the very modern technology of that kind of airplane. I like the juxtaposition there. Strength. Just so beautiful. The Hermit. How good is this? I love this one so much. I like the idea of a book in this, because usually we see the Hermit with the lantern, and it's this idea of kind of like going within or like into solitude to sort of discover, contemplate, and reflect. I like this idea of this woman doing that through some sort of learning. And I mean, and I feel like reading can be kind of the ultimate form of some kind of isolation, because even if you're out and about with people and you're reading, there's that transportive element to it. But I like the idea of this discovery through learning, because it doesn't matter what she's reading. Reading, in my opinion, always equals learning. even if it's like a fictional romance book, you're still learning something. It's my opinion. The wheel, look at those butterflies. I think it's really interesting too. It's like we have these hands almost holding the wheel. I think that's an interesting element there because this hand holding onto it in that way, don't you feel like it almost stops that wheel from turning, or could? Or once that wheel starts turning, it might start, oh my gosh, my voice, hold on. Okay. Once that wheel starts turning, it might scrape against her hands and arm there. Interesting. Justice. We don't actually have anything in the scales, but this pattern on the two pillars there is very interesting to me. It creates this illusion like rocks are falling onto those scales, but they aren't. Very interesting. The Hanged Man, so cool. What a cool way to see that. I mean, think about being in outer space. What an intense shift in perspective that is. Like, I can't imagine, like, any astronauts that go into space and can look back on Earth. Like, that must change your mindset about so many things. Death, I love so much that we have kittens. It looks like this mama cat with all her kittens, like, following Death. Let's look at the guidebook on that. Because what? I love it. Not mad about it, but I want to know. On the card, we see a skeleton in a brightly colored costume protecting a family of white cats. The 9 lives of the cats serve as a metaphor for the different stages of life we go through. Death reminds us that change is inevitable, but new opportunities will arise when we let go and open up to new possibilities. I love that. Oh, that's so cool. So that I like that how that plays with the idea of the word death, and how often to someone who doesn't know tarot they see death and they think actual death. I love how with the concept of the 9 lives of cats, it plays with that idea of, like, that's not really what it means here. Oh, it's so cool. Temperance. Beautiful. I like how she doesn't have any cups. It's like she's moving this water between her hands. I like the power that kind of gives it, and I think it plays with that idea of that alchemical way to look at temperance as well, which is cool. The devil, perfect. Look at this. We've got all these like poker chips, desserts. She's got 2 glasses of wine. There's this pile of books in the background, which is interesting, and this fire starting. But it's like everything here, it's like it's too much of something. Like, there's this huge stack of books, huge stack of poker chips, huge stack of dessert, and like, why 2 glasses, you know? Super cool. The tower. This I'm finding interesting because it doesn't seem like we're at a moment yet where the tower is being taken down. But there is clearly this fire going on in the background. Maybe it's coming from the tower, but it looks more like it's behind it. I think that's very interesting. So it feels like this thing of, like, if you were in here, maybe there's still time to, you know, decide, are you going down with this tower or not? Interesting. The star. We've got this man in a boat down here facing away from this woman, and what I'm finding interesting is this woman here has no coloring to her at all. She's completely, like, from her hair to her clothes, it's this cream color. Interesting. I don't know what I think about that. I guess, though, if we're thinking of the star as the hope that comes after the tower, it's this thing of, like, maybe whatever that tower moment was, it's like she lost all her color. But then we have this rainbow up here, and perhaps it's this thing of, like, the bright side is now there's this opportunity to, like, gain back that color in any way she wants. Cool. The moon. I like the calmness of these dogs. That's very interesting to me. One of them looking out towards the water and one of them looking down into the water. That is interesting. The sun, look at these poppies. I love that. Beautiful. Judgment. Oh, how cool. It's this whole, like, stairway to heaven idea. With all, and, like, all these eyes on them. That, like, I feel like that really is a evocative card, but really, really cool. And the world, beautiful. All right, we've got the wands here. With what looks like a lighter, perhaps? I like it. 2 of wands. Very cool. I love this lantern above her. It gives that sort of, like, aha moment idea, like the light bulb's gone off, and I like this thing of, like, she's having her tea, but at the same time it's like she's pushed all this usual table setting to the side so she could put her globe and have her sticks, and it's like she's clearly deep in thought there. 3 of wands. Classic, perfect. Love her outfit. Like, I want that outfit too. Hold on. I do like the idea, though. Looking at the kind of railing this is, it almost feels like it could be... She could be on land, but I almost wonder if, too, we can see it as she's also on a boat. I feel like this railing feels boat-like to me. And so it could be this idea of, like, she had the choice of 3 different ships, and she's made her choice, and she's on the journey now. 4. Perfect. 5, look at them! Little baby lions. So cute. Perfect for the 5 of wands. I love getting, like, a youthful energy in this card. 6 of wands. I like that. What do they call, like, the fancy horse thing? Is it, like, dressage? That's what my brain goes to with that card. 7 of wands. I love this. She's in kind of like a karate... I want to say outfit, but that feels like not the right word to use. But perfect for the 7 of wands. 8 of wands. I like this. I think, well, it is very classic 8 of wands. I think it gives something a little bit extra with this rocket launch. I like how it shows too, like something like a rocket launching, so much time, work, energy goes into getting that up. I like that addition to the 8 of wands because I think it recognizes the work that has happened up until that 8. 9. Oh, he's got a little scratch on him. And 10. Perfect. Page of wands. I love this. it gives that sort of learning aspect we get with the page, but something like drums, so being so like loud and creative and noisy feels right for the page. We've got the knight. Definitely has that fiery energy there. It's like she's on this adventure. It almost feels sort of like, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Indiana Jones-ish, with this volcano erupting in the background, as if she's like escaping that. The queen. Again, I love how dynamic the wand's court is. I like that we still get our black cat and the sunflowers, but I like that we see the queen in motion. And the king. Alright, our cups. I love that fish. So good. The two. Perfect. Beautiful. I like this idea of dancing too, because it seems like they're doing a very like organized dance, question mark? I can't think of how to word that, but a very like proper dance. And it's like in order to do that, it's like both people need to know what they're doing, but both people need to trust each other and really have a connection there. To, I feel like, dance successfully in that way. I like that addition there. Three of Cups. I love this Three of Cups. Doesn't this just feel like the best drinks and yap session ever? Like, if I am an introverted gal, I love to stay home, but if I am having to extrovert somehow, I want it to be this. Exactly that setup. Four of Cups. So good. I love this where it's like everyone has like these dancing partners behind her except she's alone at the bar. Like perfect Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Interesting. Interesting to me with the flamingos. Six. I love it. Because we're getting that nostalgia, and I love that it's like she's got her teddy bear there, and I feel like a lot of us who had teddy bears growing up, I feel like that's something that it's like I feel like so kids have where it's like there's that one stuffed animal that is like the stuffed animal. And I don't know about all you, but I still have my teddy. And so I really like this card because, one, I like that it shows this little girl reading because, again, we get that like kind of escapism idea. But then also with her bear. Like, I can so easily picture in my own head doing the same exact thing of like just reading book after book after book with like a much nicer looking version of my bear because he just was newer at that point. Seven of Cups. There definitely is like a sense of, I don't know, I like that she herself doesn't look super overwhelmed to me, but it's like she's trying to take in all of these posters at once, which does not seem like an easy feat. Eight of Cups. I love how we have all those cups turned over. So cool. And she's driving away on this motorcycle, but it's this idea of like emptying out all of these cups and then moving on. I just think that is so cool. Nine of Cups. Perfect. I mean, look at that abundance for that heron. All those fish. And the Ten of Cups. Perfect. The page. I just love this. I love this so much. Like with the headphones and I just love it. Knight of Cups. It's so good. The Queen. And the King. I love too so far that the King and Queens of each of the courts have been older looking. I think that's really cool. Alright, Ace of Swords. Oh, I love all those moths. The 2 with the owl, so good. Especially considering usually owls kind of that idea of wisdom. So it really feels like this connecting to your own inner wisdom thing. 3 of Swords, classic. I like though that it's like part of the heart is this, there's this machinery going on. I do feel like it gives this idea of like the repair that needs to happen almost, which is interesting. 4 of Swords. I love how she's just suspended. I mean, that looks so peaceful. Oh! Oh, that makes me sad. Oh my gosh, that's making me really sad. I mean, it does what it needs to with the 5, I suppose, but... Okay, moving on. 6. Perfect. Makes sense to me. Ooh, the 7. I love this. Look at that, we get the crow. Symbol of mischievousness sometimes. But I do like the ambiguity that we kind of get in this card of we don't really know the motive of this person, nor do we see who was maybe being stolen from. I like that. The 8. Oh my gosh. It's like the only... She's just being held back by the arms of this other person. But it's like this is opening to reveal like her chest is this dove. I like that we've been seeing the dove throughout is caged. Oh, so good. 9. Looks good to me. I like it. And 10. Oh, I love this idea that she's falling onto those knives instead of the other way around. It's really interesting to me. The Page. Knight. Oh, so good. Just so beautiful. I love this Queen of Swords so much. Truly so much. It makes me think of, oh my gosh, what is her name in The Devil Wears Prada? That like main person. I'm sure you all know who I mean. That's who it makes me think of though. Like the big fashion designer in The Devil Wears Prada. And the King of Swords. Alright, lastly we've got the coins with our ace. The 2 of coins. I love that. I love the tightrope. The thing with the tightrope too that I like, especially how it's depicted here, where she's holding onto both coins, is it gives this idea of if you want to walk this tightrope, you have no choice but to balance both of these things. And it's an interesting thing too, because if you let go of one of them, there is going to be a moment of imbalance. Interesting. 3 of Cups. Perfect. Looks like they're all getting their noggins together to build something here. I like the discussion happening. 4 of Coins. I love this dragon we got. It feels a little random, I think, in terms of the rest of the deck, we haven't really gotten like a true fantasy element yet, so that's a little strange to me. But I love seeing a dragon in the 4 of coins, so I'm not mad about it. Oh, look at that, the 5 of coins. Perfect. We have this military nurse and wounded soldier. Perfect. 6. Oh my god, future me. Future me. I love this. Sharing her wealth with the animals of the neighborhood. Heck yeah, that's me. 7 of coins. I love, look at him. He's sitting with these, whatever is in the barrel, whether it's wine or whiskey or something. Perfect for 7 of coins. I love that because it does give this idea. I think these are grapes in the background, so maybe we'll say wine regardless. There's a long aging process with either of those things, so all he has to do is sit and wait, and he's not going to know if it came out good or not until after the waiting period is over. 8 of coins. I love seeing artists in this, because there really is so much that goes into perfecting that kind of skill. Perfect. 9 of coins. Oh my gosh. Love her. What a vibe that is. And the 10. Cool. Interesting. That we don't get any figures on here. My computer's about to make a noise. Is it? Maybe I can save it. I saved it. Never mind. We've got the page of coins. Oh, I love this. I love this. It really looks like she's like studying and learning. And this owl in the background. So good. The knight on a bear. Yes. I love that because of all the creatures so far, I do think the bear probably moves the slowest. They can go fast, but of the creatures we've seen, probably the slowest, which is cool. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that. Look at those roses. And the king. Beautiful. I love how he's surrounded by grapes. Super, super cool. Okay, I love this. I love this. So let's give it a shuffle. And oh, it's a good shuffle. Should we find some pairings? I think really quick. I think we could do that really quick. So I'm gonna go look for some oracles I think would go with this. Okay, I'm feeling excited because I actually think I have a lot that would pair with this, but we're gonna go with the first 3 I grabbed and leave it at that for today, but I think I could have some more that really do go with it. I don't know. We're gonna start with the Abaton keys. This I don't know. This is really a play right now that we're gonna have. It's another collage deck. And what do we think? I think it works. I think it looks cool. I think I like it. Of course, as usual, what do you all think? And if there's something by the end of this that you would pair with this instead, let me know. But I think this works. I think I like it. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's the Abaton keys. As usual, I'll have all sorts of links below. Okay, next I've got the H.O.M.E Oracle. I think this could be really, really pretty with this deck. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. This is so good. I think I definitely like this even better. Oh, this is such like an interesting vibe to it too. Truly like really giving something different than anything else I personally have. Okay, yeah, I'm obsessed with this. This is a great combo. Alright, let's take one more. So beautiful. Okay. H.O.M.E Oracle is a win. Okay. One more. If I can get this back, great. The Divine Muses. I think this could be amazing. I can never get these to sit straight. Ooh. Yeah. I'm into this too. Cool. So cool. I love this. Oh, another win. Okay, I think after seeing these last two, I feel like maybe the Abaton keys isn't my fave. I think I definitely like the second two way better. But as usual, again, like I said, I'd love to know what you think, what you would pair. What do you think about this deck in general? Oh, I love this. But that, my friends, is all I have for you today. So, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, and I'll see you again very soon.